the niggas running off with all these pinkos. Hey, man, bump y'all. I'm going to get me a cracker that's a little slow-brained, got a lot of money. And, hey, and he likes black too. And one thing about white folks, they don't like half white folks. They like black niggas. You ever see a white boy with a half white? Oh, no. I don't like them. I like 85% black and over and up. All right, I don't want no 50-50s, I mean, this going along. Now, Negroes is different. But white folks, you see who they with? They with a blackie. The point is this. No, they just like the blacker the better. Okay, but see, those are not issues. Those are not the issues anymore. That's resolving itself. We gonna get the short end of the stick for a long time from the institutional racism. But if you notice, America, anytime they popularize it in the media, is subsiding amongst the people. You see what I mean? That's why everybody could come out. We was out there, and I would see the white kids running. We better hurry to get to the right.
That was the environment.
We better hurry to get there. To them, it's a happening and all that. But so was the '60s was a happening. Everybody wasn't thinking about what in depth, but they was willing to participate. That's where we're headed now. We have to help shape an environment where the people are willing to participate in the right direction. And it has to be big. Look, I don't know why Boss Man's so stupid. Well, I do know he's stupid. Really, really stupid, though. And he won't do nothing. He won't fix, we just fix, how about we slow down on the smoke or not use some, he won't do, can you imagine? He won't do nothing. Nothing. He's just like, that's the way that is. And I'm stupid. But he taking me and you down with it. What do these people keep jumping up here hollering about? Okay. All right. Anyway, so it's on us. It's on us. We have to, we don't have to, but it just seems like if we're concerned about our wives, our children, and our family, Boss Man is not concerned at all. He even thinking about, I saw that yesterday they had the white folks might have been a Negro with them, went up to space and, right? As if what about fixing up around here? You know what I mean? What about let's focus wherever you're going to try to go to until you get warp speed. It's going to take you 1,000,000 years to get there, right? Because Proxima Centauri is 4 light years away. That's the nearest thing around here, right? 4 light years away. 186,000, right? Right? Time 60 seconds times 60 minutes times 24 hours, right? Time 365, whatever that is. That's a zillion years. That's 1 light year, right? That means ain't nobody around gonna even see none of that, right? So let's fix this. It would be like before Columbus came over there, they should have had a movement to fix Europe first. Okay, now we know what's happening, so we'll fix the earth. That's what we have to develop that movement. And we have to move fast, so we don't have a whole lot of time. I got a few quick ideas. As I said, we could get, as soon as I finish writing it, I'll let us ourselves know. But we have to, before we go to California, we want to let the people know here in, I don't know, 10 pages, it doesn't make a difference, that we're going to make a beautiful flyer to explain, mainly the people on the hill right here. And then we'll pass it out. I'll pass it out myself to make sure they get it. But it gives our whole history. So we're putting that package together. The other package, I want to mention about a few of our old friends. Some are up in Canada, or one is up in Canada, others right over there. That we'll send them a last message. Hey, this is where we headed, and this is the way the world is, you know. We don't have no hard feelings, and we don't have no hard feelings about anybody. But this is where we're going. If you want to help a little, this is what would help. And then we're going out there and sue Boss Man for 200, maybe 300 million now. Why not? He done did all those things. And it takes that type of money to get stuff done, to get started getting things done. Okay, embarrassing, humiliating. Boss man is embarrassing. That's what white folks say. They say he's embarrassing, it's humiliating, and it's destructive. And that's what they call the Western Alliance right now. Why didn't they could have told the Afghanis that, hey, they just left and left them. So it's embarrassing that people tried to have, this is the British saying that, but Americans feel the same way. They were with us, and we just left them. They're getting crushed by planes. Everybody saw the same, right? It's embarrassing. They said it's humiliating. Now remember when we read in the Bible about Babylon fell in one day, and we all knew that it didn't mean one day. But it meant that period of time, it happened so fast. I'm absolutely certain we're living in that type of dispensation right now. It's hard to plan ahead because things are happening so fast. Does anybody get that feeling a little bit? It's on a roll. It's on a roll. And we're right in the mix, and we're trying to be credible. Well, we want to let our youth know at the university, and we want to get around and want to tell them to get their federal job. We all want to do all of that, and we got it. And so we have a full plate. That's all I'm saying. We have to be better organized so that we get those things done. The destruction and the misery in Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and what have you is unbelievable. But just think about it. Just like we're holding on, the people that's getting the snot whooped out of them is all holding on. Can you imagine? Yemen is holding on. And they ain't bawling and crying. They say, well, we need some more stuff and what have you. They'll be happy when we get them blockade runners But we got to get to people that they start running the blockades. Okay, the last thing, Babylon one day. The drone strike the other day. And then their allies, like the French, they're all allies. So what do you think that they think about all? They're saying, hey man, the people are saying, well, the dumb British, us, we're still with them. It's Britain and Australia. That's technically Australia is a British colony, kind of like not a colony now, but the Commonwealth of Nations. And then everybody looking at it like, why you don't care nothing about nobody? You're not doing, you just going down the gangplank throwing everybody overboard. If you can get to us, you're throwing us overboard too. But you have to remember, we expected this. We talked about all of this. It's just unbelievable. You have to pinch yourself. You said, this is actually happening. The man is so dumb. How could you be that dumb? How could you have allies and say, well, we'll just screw this ally and throw the other one overboard? In front of everybody. It's insane. But hey, think about it. Think of the world looking at this. Now, you got to think about it. You're not throwing over Johnny come lately. Half of the people up in Quebec leans toward France, you know what I mean? And the other half lean toward Britain, and you're not treating them that well either. Because you run off and left the British people that was working for the British, you run off and left them, right? So if you left them, you left the Canadians. What about the Canadian troops that you had there, and you run off and just said, goodbye, everybody, every man for himself? You got to remember, it's not that we said all of this all along, but it's a trip when you sit there and watch it. You say, I'll be damn. Really? I mean, it's really happening, Okay, now that means that when it's this obvious, we don't know what the clock is. We don't know, where the clock is at on this stuff. We don't know how much time is left on the clock for this dispensation. We don't know how long the earth can put up with. Can it put up with this 2 more years, 5 years? When do we get past the point of no return? When you can't stop, when there's so many clouds, and there's so much gas being greenhouse effect, and you can't do nothing about it. When is that point? All those things are real now. Okay, let me speed up here a little bit here. The drone strikes. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But remember, As-Sabiqun, those who show the way are those who lead the way. We're living in that period where both of those jobs are real right now. So we not only have to show the way, but we have to lead the way. We have to do the behavior. And we have to do it till people get the idea. My feeling is that the world is catching on fast. And if they don't, all they got to do is last another month or two. Boss man gonna make sure that they get the idea. No, they're gonna make sure that they get, and Biden is stupid. Trump was one thing, but Biden is like, what does he do except act a fool? That boy, I guess his age is getting to him, you know.
Yeah, it don't be seeming like
No, that's exactly right. Like he just, I agree.
prop him up there, and they put something on. Yeah, they got something on his back, holding him up, and that's just what he does. That's what it seems like anyway.
No, I 100% agree. And remember, the one that's pulling all the strings is in hot water too. The Zionists are in hot water. The Zionists had made all the perfect mistakes. They done tried to work with some of the handkerchief-headed Arabs. The handkerchief-headed Arabs, the government are with them, but the people are not. See, in every Arab country, and then there are Palestinians